Today we have a special guest, my wife, Patricia King.
Hi.
Hi, Patricia.
Thanks for having me.
I love that you're here, babe.
Me too. It's been a while.
I think we do it every like 6 months ish. The last one was 8 months ago.
Okay.
Seriously?
But we've done you as girlfriend, you as fiance, you as newlywed, and now you as married couple.
Wife.
Wife. It's
Wife.
now been like what?
Lived in
a
a year and however many months it's been since October. I don't know the math.
3, 4? Ooh, no more.
October, November, December, January, February, 5
Oh
months.
my gosh. Almost going on a year and a half. And your birthday is in a month. Can you believe it?
I really can, and this is a big birthday. I'm turning 30. I should
You mean
be
20?
29 again. Yeah, so it should be something I should be scared about, but I think I'm like really, really excited about turning 30.
Yeah.
But then at some points when I think about it, I'm like, oh shit, I'm turning 30 and I've done nothing in my life, but I'm also like,
No, I mean, you're married. You live in Los
yeah,
Angeles.
like I'm like, wait, no, I have done things in my
Yeah.
life,
Had
and I'm really excited to start a new chapter. However, I'm very lucky because my 25th birthday was on a Saturday, and my 30th is on a Friday this year. But I think it's because of leap year.
A leap year.
It
We
should
had one.
because it
between.
shouldn't have been both milestone birthdays shouldn't have been on like weekends.
So you get a good proper birthday weekend for your birthday. Your
For
parents.
my 25th and on my 30th. Like,
Yes, correct.
The quarter life crisis and then the start of the midlife.
Yeah.
You were so offended when I gave you a birthday card on your last birthday.
What was the birthday?
Do you remember
card?
the birthday card?
Oh yeah, that was not a good idea.
Mean.
The birthday card for the people listening and watching. The birthday card was next year you'll be 30.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I know I'm going to be 30 in a year, but like,
I thought it was
want to
funny.
enjoy the rest of my 20s. But it's also because Matt, like, ever since he turned 30, like, I'm like 27. He's like, we're in our 30s now. And I'm like, we are not in our 30s. You are. I'm not. I mean, I will be so excited and I'll be so great when I am 30. But until that day comes,
You're in your
I'm
20s.
29, I'm 28, I'm 27.
I did that birthday card because I felt like you were really like teasing me throughout the time I was 29 about to be 30. You were like, you're going to be 30. Oh my gosh.
It would be like
30.
giving someone who's
Yeah, but I
turning,
didn't give you a card on your
I
29th.
know, I know, but I just felt like I wanted to lead into the joke and give it back to you.
It's
That
like
wasn't that
it would be like
bad.
if someone was turning like 69 and you go, you're going to be 70 next year. It's like, okay, let me enjoy
Yeah.
my
Oh,
69.
okay. I think that's a whole different kind of like
It's-
decade.
No,
There's
once
like-
you turn like 50, every age is the same in my opinion.
yeah,
Or
sure.
60.
The decades count.
Or like
40s is over the hill, right?
I mean, nowadays, who knows, man?
Oh, okay. I just remember over the hill is like 40s, and like when it is someone's birthday, it's like their 40th birthday. You do like black balloons and black streamers and stuff.
Oh,
No,
God.
It's
I'm
like
okay.
they make it like a funeral as like a joke. I remember like teachers when they would turn 40 in like elementary school. It was like black balloons and stuff and over the hill.
So
Never heard of
dark.
that.
Okay.
Speaking of like being or like 40, is that over the hill, whatever. It's so funny because Matt will randomly say like when we're talking about kids, he's like, aren't you scared we'll be like the oldest parents, like because we'll eventually move back south, I think. Well, not I think, I know. And obviously a lot of people in the south have already had like 3 kids at the age of like 25. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I couldn't imagine having a kid at that age. Like I wouldn't feel like it would be
Right.
weird.
I don't think I'm like I said it was
No,
like
no,
from
no,
a place
no,
of
I know that.
fear.
I'm just bringing it up.
My mom had me. My parents like gay. My parents had me when they were like 32.
Yeah, I mean, that's so young.
But
We
great.
are still young.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just so crazy how young people are when they're having kids.
I think it's if you
right out of college, you don't know who you are still.
Well, some people who it's like I feel like it's people who don't leave their hometowns or like their home state. If you
And they're
move-
okay with it.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
but we're people who like move to New York or Los Angeles or like a big city, and then I think that kind of keeps you a little more youthful and single,
Right.
and then you can sort of settle down. But I don't think that you guys are going to be like the geriatric couple. Like,
No.
we're like, oh God, Matt's like with a cane at his like, you're not going to be at baseball practice with
Oh, I
a
can't
walker.
run. Can't do that.
Where
What
you
about
can't-
though when we're the age where our kids would have kids? Do you want to be an old grandparent or a young grandparent?
Well, my mom is a young grandparent.
Right,
Like
it's
she's
because she-
58 and has a grandkid.
And she
But,
had
like,
you when.
She was 28 when she had me.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I
No,
thought she-
wait. Yeah, she was 26, 28, and 29, I think.
All right.
Because me and Crawford are pretty, I don't know, whatever it is. She had us pretty young. Wait,
Yeah.
what was the question again?
I guess I would say when you would be old, would you want to want your kids to like have kids younger or even be the same age as
Well,
us.
I guess because my mom had kids so young, I feel like when you're an empty nester at that point, you want to live your life like that's your time to yourself because you kind of had raised kids your whole life.
Right.
Especially my mom, she was at home all day, every day with 3 kids. And I'm like, how the hell did you do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, of course, my grandparents get sick, so she had to care for them. And now I feel like this is her time that she's been traveling and doing so much because my dad's not working that much anymore. So I think she loves my niece, or Scotty so much and is so much fun with her. But she's also being like, this is her time to like do things. So I guess for me, I want to be a young grandparent because I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No, you're just talking it out. I totally get it.
I feel like by the time we have kids and then they have kids, I guess we are going to be a little bit older. So I guess I would like for them to have younger so we could enjoy them while we're young.
Right.
Yeah, but I also think by the time we're like in our 50s and 60s, that's not going to feel like that.
No.
Like every generation gets a little bit older, like people are living longer.
Yeah.
We're all taking care of ourselves, drinking water, taking vitamins, you know.
And Brian Johnson will come up with some huge breakthrough, and then we're going to be living like 30 years longer than we ever expected we would.
We're going to be asking to die.
Yeah.
You like if you go and look at a 60-year-old in the 1950s or even a 45-year-old in the 1950s, you're like, good grief, that guy must be 70. But
Yeah.
now, like Jerry Seinfeld is like 71 years old and he looks like he's 45.
Yeah.
Why is it though, like back then, if you see like a video somebody uploaded from like the last day of high school and it's like 1985 and someone's walking around with like a video camera filming the teens of like 1985, why do they all look like older?
A lot of it is
today?
the hairstyles. I don't know if you ever seen that picture of like the Golden Girls
Yes.
with
Right.
modern hairstyles. Big one for the hairstyles. 2, like the idea of skincare routines, the
Lead
idea-
poisoning, mercury, like in all their
and just
food.
like no EPA, like
Teflon and like everything.
all the smog. Like in LA in the 70s, you couldn't even like see the sky. It was so
Yeah.
smoggy some days. So things are getting better. We're getting healthier.
Well, let's also talk about how Mad Men, they don't even throw away their trash because there used to not be trash cans.
So, Patricia, I've been watching Mad Men as I've been knitting. This is my second rewatch of Mad Men, which I'm loving this time around because the first time I watched Mad Men, I was like a freshman in freshman in college. I was like 18, and now I'm like 32. And
Yeah.
I'm seeing it in a whole different light. But Patricia will come in and she like watches certain scenes. But Mad Men captures the culture of the time so well, where like how common littering was. Like there's the scene where Don and Betty are with their 2 kids having a picnic in the park.
Yeah.
He finishes up his beer, chunks it as far as it can go. They pick up the picnic blanket with all the trash on it
And
and
they
just
just
shake
shake
it
it out.
off, and they get in their car and go.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, some people still do that, but that is not the culture we have today. That is.
No, but I was like, wait, that actually happened?
Yeah, no, we treat ourselves and the world a lot better today for the most part, in the U.S. at least. You look very tan.
Okay, so,
Yeah,
What's-
what's your secret, Patricia? Share it.
Because
well, I don't know if I should say the full story about this.
What is the full story?
Problematic?
No, I did this like UGC content thing with Dr. Dennis Gross pads, and I thought it was glow peel pads, like thinking it was exfoliating pads when I said yes to it. They're actually self-tanner pads, which
Oh.
they honestly, I'm really scared of self-tanners, and I'd already agreed to it, but they worked really well, and they were so easy. I highly recommend if you are self-tanning at all, get these pads.
I
Like all
thought
you have to
you-
do is circle.
Just went to like, didn't you just go to like
Oh.
Alabama and Florida?
Oh, I
and-
did go to the Bahamas as well.
She does have a bit of glow from that.
Yeah.
But
The tan is like
over the past 2 days, though, is it one day? Has it been
yesterday.
one?
I literally put them on last night. You like rub it over your face, and it's just a pad, and then rub it on your like all over your body.
I mean, it looks great. I would
Thanks.
not have guessed that was a.
But I did go to the Bahamas, but I also went to Florida before, which it was really cold. It was right before it was snow on the beach.
Oh, really?
yeah.
They had snow on the beach in Florida
Yeah, it was
this year?
really cool. They had 9 inches in Pensacola.
Can you believe that?
I mean,
It was supposed to go to like Birmingham where we were when I was in Birmingham, but it wasn't. And then I went to the Bahamas, and it was my first time in the Bahamas, and I loved it. It was so beautiful, and I want to go back tomorrow.
it was like hot and just tropical,
It was like
beautiful
78
weather.
and sunny, so it wasn't like miserably hot. It was just like the perfect like.
Bit of a
Yes.
dark story, but I
Yes,
think
can I
it's
tell the
so-
story?
Yeah, no, I think it's so interesting. I want you to tell it.
Okay, because
And
you told this on.
I mentioned it a little bit on Unfiltered, so but
Well, you could share
I
it here
think-
from
yes,
first person.
no,
Okay.
yeah.
This is actually a very, very sad story, but two of my friends, I'm going to get to the story, Matt, I have to tell the whole context of
Okay.
it. So 3 of us were flying out of Birmingham to go to the Bahamas. I was flying from Birmingham to Miami, Miami to the Bahamas, but they were on a flight going from Birmingham to Charlotte.
Get your
Charlotte,
maps out,
Bahamas.
folks. Start drawing.
Yes. So basically I was on one flight out of Birmingham and they were at another. It was 11 o'clock the night before and their flight to Charlotte was just canceled that next morning because of weather. And I don't think they had enough crew, whatever. So they, in the middle of the night, had to rebook out of Huntsville, which is an hour and a half north of Birmingham, from Huntsville to Charlotte so they could get to the Bahamas. If not, it would have been they couldn't get there until the next day. Okay, so they get to Huntsville and their flight ends up getting delayed another few hours, but they were on the plane most of the delay or time of the delay.
That is the worst.
But here's the thing. So they picked me up from the airport that night and they were asking about my travel day and then I was asking about theirs and they were like, yes, it was annoying that we were delayed, but our pilot was one of the best pilots I've ever had. I've never paid attention to a pilot, but he came out, was no bullshit, told us hey, this is what's happening. Here's the connecting flights. I think you'll be able to make it for this, whatever. Made such an impact on him. He was the one that died in the American Airlines crash. That he was the pilot of the plane flying into Washington.
Jonathan Campos.
You had that pilot?
I
Or
didn't, my
your
friends
friends
did.
had that pilot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Did they make the connection once the news released the pilots
right when they
who
did.
they were
because
that was our
because
pilot.
he was so prevalent in the everyone knew who he was. He made such an impact. You don't look at your pilot that much.
Right.
But it was
Yeah.
he was also Charlotte based. So I guess that was also a reason they made it. But Sydney, one of my friends that was on the flight, texted the picture and was like, well, that was our pilot. And it was one of those, we all knew how good of a pilot he was because they talked about him.
That is, that when you're on a flight and you just are sitting there and they don't give you any information, it's one of the worst, I think,
Yes.
experiences you could have where they're just yeah, folks, no real update for you. Just hang tight and we'll get back to you. And it's 45 minutes later, the plane moves an
Right.
inch and then nothing.
And it shows that they do get updates for the most part.
Yes.
So it's tell us.
Just give us the scoop.
But Murphy and Sydney are both what does this say about us that we literally had to drive and get on this plane that we weren't supposed to be on?
Yeah.
And we were going for her 30th birthday. She was like, is this some divine intervention? I don't know. But it was just what is the world kind of trying to tell me? But we're well, you should always try to live your life making an impact on people the way he did. But,
yeah, that's really nice. And also now we're talking about him still where maybe if it was a different pilot or something else, he wouldn't have still been talked about. But yeah, that's
so sad though.
yeah, I couldn't even look at the footage.
Yeah,
That was
I heard
just-
one thing about how there was a last minute 1 second before they saw the pilot or the
helicopter.
and they were screaming and they tried to maneuver it and I was like, why did I just read that?
Yeah, no,
it
it's-
made me sick to my stomach. But
On a lighter note,
Yeah.
can we get a fit check? Because
yeah.
you have a lot of what do you call it? Glitter, bling.
so this
jewelry?
necklace is by Lauren Hope and it's my most worn necklace. These earrings. This is my mom.
Are
gave me
those
these.
real diamonds on the necklace?
If this was real diamonds on the necklace, I would not be sitting here right now. I would
Well,
be in
They
the Bahamas.
look very
Yeah.
real.
I don't know. I
This
was
would be
just
millions of dollars on my neck.
Is that how much that would cost?
Of course, if those were real,
Yes.
I guess yeah. That's
4-carat diamonds each one, yeah,
yeah. If
absolutely.
you're thinking about engagement rings, that would be that size,
Yeah,
and
that
then
would be
having
a lot
20
of
of them.
money.
You also have another necklace too. Did you get it off Amazon? The one that looks like it is $1 million necklace. It looks fantastic. The one that's a little skinnier than that one that you've worn before.
That one I think is from a brand called Nadry, but it is costume jewelry as well. But
Okay.
it was $100, so it wasn't because Amazon does have good things. But this jacket is by Staud. I got it at Lay Weekend in Birmingham, as well as these jeans and my boots.
Wow.
Yes, and then my shirt is from the Great, where I used to work a long time ago.
That's right. The great.
Did you pre-plan your fit for Hoot and a Half today? Because
Nope, I wore almost identical of an outfit last night. So
Oh, okay.
I'm very over my winter clothes right now, and I feel like I have worn every single thing so many different times, and I just don't really have much, to offer anymore.
And also, speaking of fit, you've been
Okay.
hitting the gym. You're a little sore in the legs today.
I'm sore everywhere, Matt.
all over.
Every
What are
single
you
muscle.
mainly doing?
I had
Yeah,
my
what are you
I had
doing?
my 2 friends from New York come in, and they've been just working out for their whole lives, and they're just like, Sheffer, it's time. What are you doing here? You're not getting any stronger, just sitting around. So, took me to the gym, showed me. For that day, we were doing. I feel like such a meathead. Back and biceps.
Yeah, back and by.
Which I am really good at doing pull-ups, which for a lot of people, that's not something they can do. I could do 25, 30 pull-ups, easy.
Can't even do one.
I know. Most people can't, but I just grew up doing them. So for me, whatever that like muscle group is to do pull-ups, easy. But that's all I can do. So then I did all this like back and buy stuff, bought some creatine,
Nice.
set up like a protein thing where I'm getting 2 Greek yogurts first thing in the morning, like 30 grams of protein. And then the next day I did legs, so I'm doing like squats. And then yesterday I did
You're doing
chest,
like squats with a
zero
barbell?
weight, literally just my body weight, just
okay.
to like get
No,
used
yeah,
to the.
yeah.
But also, as long as
motion of
there's
it.
tension, it doesn't matter how much weight you
I
have.
can't do squats like anymore.
I did like
I can do
30.
leg presses and like hack squats.
No, I
like,
can do like a full, just like
with just the 45
no
barbell.
weights at all, just like.
Oh, we're just air squats?
Yeah, just-
okay, yeah. Okay, good. No shame.
Well,
nothing.
I tried it with like a bar at first, but they were like, no, your form's all fucked up. Like you don't twist your back. Like I don't want to get injured, and I just like feel like a baby deer with everything that I'm doing because I'm just like I don't know how to do any of this stuff. But I've done every exercise so far twice, so I feel like I have a good
Yeah.
routine. I built a little Google spreadsheet.
Are you doing like progressive sets? Like you're getting heavier every time with lower rep ranges, eccentric movements at all?
No, I see.
What?
What?
So progressive sets are.
We'll be right back after a quick word from today's sponsor, Home Chef. Now, while the holiday season may be over, it's still winter, the cold weather is still hanging around, but luckily, Home Chef is delivering new hearty recipes and your favorite comfort foods to help you stay cozy all winter long.
Patricia and I love Home Chef, and especially around this time of the year, it is perfect getting together in our kitchen and whipping up exceptional meals. Home Chef delivers fresh ingredients and chef-designed recipes conveniently to your doorstep to simplify your cooking experience. Users of leading meal kits have rated Home Chef #1 in quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease.
Whether you prefer classic meal kits with pre-portioned ingredients, quick 30-minute recipes, or oven-ready options, microwave meals, a dedicated family menu, Home Chef has everything you and your family need for hassle-free, delicious dinners. Home Chef has over 30 options a week and serves a variety of dietary needs. Plus, it's economical. Home Chef customers save an average of $86 a month on groceries.
And when meal planning ends up on the back burner, check out Home Chef's new 5-ingredient meals that simplify prep with super easy recipe steps using just 5 fresh pre-portioned ingredients. For a limited time, Home Chef is offering our listeners 18 free meals plus free dessert for life, and of course, free shipping on your first box. Go to homechef.com/hoot. That is homechef.com/hoot for 18 free meals and free dessert for life. So maybe you'll start with doing 15 reps for like a weight, and then we go a little higher, but you do like 12 reps.
You put more weight, but you do less
and
reps.
then so you're progressing
It's
with
too
the
complicated.
weight, and then you do like a drop set
Yeah,
at the
so I
end,
go to
which is
workout classes. I need someone to tell me what
Exactly. Yeah, and this is like Matt's tried to tell me this stuff before. I'm just like over my head. So it's just what's the exercise, how much weight I did, and if I feel like I can do more in like 2 weeks, I'll add more.
So
Yeah.
basically, you're doing like a certain body group every day.
Yes. And then it's like a 3-day cycle, but I'm just because I've never just like done this much exercise with actual weights, every part of my body is in pain, and I'm just like,
Get some Epsom salt and take an Epsom salt bath.
is that helpful?
Yes.
that can help too. And you have a sauna as well, which
I've been
helps
doing-
with
I've been hitting the
muscle
sauna.
recovery as
Yeah,
well.
and then I try to do a yoga because I'm just like full blown whatever. I
Yeah.
put on a YouTube yoga, and this girl is just like, I'm like, oh, I could do that, and then she just interlocks her hands over her head and then is able to swing them over the top of her feet, and I can't even do it to my knees. I don't know. I feel like it was very humbling.
Yes.
Because I feel like I've always thought of myself as like I'm not overweight, but I'm also not
in shape.
right.
Like, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying you aren't in shape, but it's
But
like,
it's
they're-
like, yeah, I shouldn't be this sore from doing like minimal workouts, but I feel like.
Do you
now's
feel
a good-
better?
Not yet, but I
Okay.
know I will.
Well, it's great that you're starting.
Yes.
And Patricia, she's now starting a whole new fitness activity, which is tennis.
tennis. Except for it's been canceled the past 3 days because of weather.
The rain.
Of the
You're
rain.
taking tennis lessons.
I'm taking lessons.
One-on-one or in a class?
I did a one-on-one, and then I do one with my friend Laura Lou, who just moved here.
Yes,
One
love
of my
her.
Best friends, the best. And we took a class this past Saturday together, or we did a private this past Saturday, and then we're gonna do one this upcoming
Have you
Saturday.
ever played tennis before?
So growing up, my parents would put me in like clinics over the summer at the country club, but I only did that like maybe once or twice.
Okay.
And I wasn't that great, but I also think I was like more into like dance and stuff, which, that's what I ended up doing. But then, I don't know, like, I guess it was like 8 years ago, we were in Mystique and my cousins and I took a tennis lesson, and I was like, I want to get back into tennis. Well, 8 years later, I still hadn't gotten into it, but it was right when I moved to LA. So at that point I was working, I had no money. I wasn't able to like take lessons.
Yeah.
And then for some reason when we were back, Larlu, before she moved here, she was like, I really want to start playing play tennis. Let's do that. And I was like, well, I got to like take some lessons before like I really start playing. So over the Christmas break, I went up and played with my dad, and then I took a lesson as well. And I realized that I'm actually pretty good, mainly because like I do have like the
head for it.
Yeah, motor skills or not
the agility,
skills, but also I kind of used to hit the ball terribly, and I don't really remember how I hit it terribly a long time ago.
So you don't have that bad
muscle
form
memory.
memorized.
Yeah.
what's the one thing that you're trying to like master right now? Is it just
So
making
right now,
sure
what I really
when
want to get into, or I want to be able to be consistent and go just me and Larlu go play by ourselves and play in time. Like that's what I
enough to just like fend for
Yeah.
Because
yourself.
there really isn't something that you could just, if you don't know how to play, you can't just go and
Right.
play
like
it with somebody.
pickleball, I think
Yeah.
you can kind of pick up the
Right.
hang of it with friends casually.
100%.
So that's why I'm also glad I never really got into pickleball, because I think it would mess up my tennis.
Right,
Yeah.
because like the way you hit a pickleball is a whole different type of force than hitting a tennis ball.
But if you really are good at tennis, you can be good at pickleball.
Right.
Right.
You wanna
You'll
be good
take
at
your tennis. I don't want to take pickleball to tennis.
And you
I'm
could play
really happy.
tennis your whole life.
Yes.
Like my aunt, who was like 65, 70, would play every single day.
My
you
dad
play.
plays hours a day, every day. Like he'll
yeah,
be
your
playing.
dad's like a country club champ.
He's very good.
A lot of my friends in New York play tennis too, but in New York, it's like you got to wake up at 5 a.m., I think, because it's just first come, first serve to get a court for the day. So they'll go at like 6 a.m., sign up, go back to bed, and then go and play at like 10 a.m. or something.
Damn.
They have to go
That's
in
what-
person?
Yes.
Oh, man.
That's how they make you, like, you have to fight
Yeah.
for it.
Well, that's what his name's Wakeski, and he was telling us. I was like, we're talking about like where people play, because it's so hard unless you're a part of a country club or like, because there's not a lot of public courts around
No.
here. We take lessons up at a hotel in Brentwood, but he was saying he'll go to people's houses and like coach them there. But also he was saying that a bunch of the country clubs, that like they are empty. The tennis courts are just empty, because he's gotten to go up there and play a few times, because the people just like want to keep it private. They don't
Yeah.
really, nobody's up there
Yeah.
playing tennis. And I'm like, so these courts are just sitting there wasting away.
Do you get more excited about a tennis lesson or going to a Barry's class?
Tennis lesson. I really have been bummed that my tennis lesson has been canceled. But they are really expensive, so I can't really do them that much.
Can you do like a package deal with this person, or you buy like 10 and get a discount?
I should ask.
Yeah.
Wait, the times they get canceled, we still have to pay for it?
No, he's canceled.
I was like, what?
No. That's why I'm like, honestly, he was trying to reschedule for tomorrow, but I was like, well, I'll just skip this week because I'm going on Saturday. So I'd rather just
Yeah.
pay one time this week.
Do you think I could handle a Barry's class?
Yeah, I would love for you to come with me.
I know. I'm just.
And
I
you
feel-
walk there and back too,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Is a Barry's class like similar to Orange Theory?
Better.
Better.
It's like more fast paced.
Okay. Do you have to like
It's-
still put like heart monitors on, like the way
No.
Orange Theory does, and they put it onto?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Is Barry's what used to be called Barry's Boot Camp?
It's Barry's Boot Camp.
Oh,
yeah.
it is
Barry's
Boot Camp,
Boot
but they just
Camp.
call it Barry's now.
Yeah.
Drop of the boot
Yeah.
camp.
I guess. That's just what I call it. But Channing Glenn and I, for her, she has a vlog, so go watch it. It just came out today.
Friend of the show.
Cut that. Anyway.
Anyway, so I work out through ClassPass, because I don't know why people are paying. I don't know how people are affording like to just have a membership at some of these places. Anyways, I usually only do Barry's or this other Pilates class called Carrie's, but this past week she just got a free month with ClassPass. We tried a bunch of different workout places around, because there's so many that we can walk to from our house. And we did Rumble boxing, which I had not done boxing in forever, nor have I done Rumble.
I've done Rumble.
I really want to do that again. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Rumble's pretty fun, and I like that the lights are like low.
yeah, that's how Barry's
It's
is too. So I
oh,
think
it's in the dark.
Yes.
Oh, why didn't you tell me?
Why you don't want people to see your pasty ass?
I don't know. There's something about just like a class when
Oh,
it's
it's dark.
I feel a lot more like comfortable. Like if it was a whole room this bright, I don't know. I'm just
I know.
not at ease.
I see that.
One
Yeah.
time the guy turned on like these lights when we were like working out, I guess to make sure we were all working out. I was like, please turn those off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you. No, it's dark.
Yeah, you want
Okay.
to feel a little bit more.
But
private.
Pilates though is a little bit more lit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's on the machine, Pilates.
yeah, but
Seems
it looks
impossible.
like a fantastic workout.
You would have loved the
but I-
Pilates class I did this past Tuesday. It was more of like a stretching and like forms, like really working on your form, but also really focusing on like stretching.
I just don't want to get called out. Okay,
Well, you
Matt,
would,
everyone
because
look at
there's
what Matt's
There's only
doing.
like 5 of us in the class. So you
Don't
would
do what
definitely-
Matt's doing. This is the wrong
Matt,
form.
can you see me after the class, please? Actually, yeah, you're gonna need to take some private lessons before you come back. The workouts that girls are doing these days are definitely extremely tough. Like I probably could not hang with most of the things that I see people doing. Just even watching like a yoga
core,
class.
I want to try that. I've tried it once and it was so good, but Channing just did that one because
Yeah.
I wasn't able to do it yesterday. But she was like, that was the hardest thing, and that's what a lot of girls are doing: solid core and core power.
Are you taking creatine?
I drink athletic greens every morning.
Okay.
I don't know if it's doing anything, but I like it.
The AG one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess creatine is. I think it's more
not for
common.
girls?
I think it's just common if you want to like build and bulk up your muscles
Yeah.
because the creatine
Yeah, I don't want that.
fills in the spots of where
I'm
like
trying to
there's-
do the opposite here.
Yeah. If you could switch lives with me for one day, what's the first thing you would do as me?
I would get out your Super 8 camera and start making videos.
Oh,
again.
okay.
Whoa.
Very good.
Making content.
I know. Yeah, no. Sarah was getting on to
Because I told
me
her
about
to.
it. I know. The thing is like,
Sure.
the thing is, it's like you have to capture just like 10 seconds of one day, but then do it the next time, and then you have to carry it
but we
around
have
without
so many
using
things
it.
that we go out and we do things all the time.
Yeah.
Like you don't have like
I think
over the
it's
course of
such
a
a-
year, you'll get a lot of footage from that.
No, right. I should make more.
Adam's gonna have some new music coming out. You can put as a
Yes.
soundtrack.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I miss
know.
those.
I
Those
should.
were great.
Yeah.
Good.
Remember when Matt used to make content?
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. It was nice.
You're crushing it
So
on the
yeah,
content.
so I realized like I've been doing great with like like social media, but I know I'm doing the bare minimum, and I realized wait, actually, if I posted things, maybe I could do a lot better than what I'm doing now. And if we want to buy a house in Nashville that I want to buy, I got to make a lot more money this year. So
Yeah.
I've been posting a lot. So get ready. If you are, just get ready. I'm posting a lot.
Good.
You had a couple bangers. The parking the car.
Oh, yeah.
Time lapse was a real good one. I watched that twice.
Thank you. Oh,
And then I watched the
thanks.
sequel.
Oh, thanks.
I think a lot of people in that video thought you did that every single day just to park the car.
Well, I wasn't going to tell them otherwise.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah, let's stir it up a little bit.
But okay, I know. But just to give context, is that people?
Yes, that was not something you had to do every single day. For those who have seen that
Oh, God,
video,
no. That's why I shipped the car back home because it just sat there every single day.
and
Yeah.
you get paid pretty well on TikTok, right? When a video gets a bunch of views like that.
No, it has to be over a minute to be able to
Oh,
monetize.
and that wasn't.
It wasn't over a minute.
No, I think it was like 25 seconds.
Oh,
Damn, whatever. Content's
Yeah.
content.
I feel like I haven't even looked at like TikTok money in a long time.
We were talking about this before we started, where the Stanley Cup has the little handle, and you were saying that there was somebody who stuck their hand through the handle and then got it stuck.
Yes.
Have you ever had an experience like that, where like you put your head through like railings or anything like that?
Oh, I had an experience with a hair thing.
What
a hair
happened?
tool. Do you remember this? It got stuck in my hair.
Oh,
Like,
right. This happened like when we first started
We were
dating.
in Atlanta visiting Tristan.
That's right. Oh my gosh, I remember this.
None of us even took footage because it was that bad. I was
yeah,
using,
at
it was
first
like
it was like, haha, this is so funny. We should film this. And then it was like,
What
no,
happened? What
we-
was
so it was my grandmother had this old tool that was like a heated brush, which I should have just bought a brand new one. I was using hers from like I don't even know how old it was. And so basically it's just a round brush that was heated, and I was like, doing that, and I took it, but I rolled my these two front pieces like back like that.
Okay.
And it got so stuck that we were almost about to have to cut like right there.
Like you just couldn't like unwind it.
Because it like was so old maybe, and the bristles were different, and my hair just like
Yeah, and it was like like at the top of your head, right?
because it was like this.
Yes.
And I think it
and we had to
kinda-
pull out each hair like individually.
Matt did it for me, but I know that's not getting myself stuck, but
No,
no,
I
but
mean-
just like being stuck
Yeah.
is like
Yeah. I've in elementary school, I was at the playground one time, and like if you're on like the platform of like a playground set, like the ground usually has a bunch of little holes. Like the platform that you're standing
Yeah,
on
yeah,
has a
yeah.
bunch of tiny little holes, like
Okay.
almost like
like a cheese grater.
yeah,
Yes,
a cheese grater,
yeah.
but obviously not sharp. But you
Yeah.
can like stick your fingers in those holes
Oh,
if you
yes,
wanted
yes.
to. I stuck my fingers so deep down into
All
them.
10 of them?
No, at least like 2 or 3, the ones that got stuck.
Oh,
and
no.
then the teacher blew the whistle for everyone to go back into the school after recess, and everyone lines up, and I'm stuck on the playground. And they had to go get the nurse to come out with like Vaseline and lube up my fingers.
That's so fucked because it's not like you could just like, okay, let's go inside and try and figure this out.
I was trying to tug them, and then they kept like swelling up. in that moment.
And also, like, the thing that they say to do is you hold your hand above your heart and your head, and that will drain. Like, if you ever have a ring stuck on your finger, if you hold your hand above your heart, it drains all the blood out.
Right, and I couldn't do that because
Yeah,
it
so
was
you're
all
upside
going
down.
down. Yeah, that was the one time I've been like seriously stuck where someone had to get me out of it.
Do you have like a fear now of like not putting your foot in
no,
something, or like
don't. Even though my intrusive thoughts say absolutely, let's put my fingers in things, but I don't do it.
Yeah, I don't. I did it once also. There was like a railing on the staircase of my house, and the rails were just big enough for me to fit my head through. And then my ears like slid through, and then when I went to pop them back, my ears kept getting caught, and I felt like such an idiot. I was like 8 years old. And no one saw. I didn't like say. I was like, okay, I'm gonna figure this out. And I was just like going up and down, trying to like seeing if there was like a way out. Like twist my head, and then I heard my dad coming like down the stairs or up the stairs or something. I was like, I do not want to get caught doing this. And I just went 3, 2, 1, pow, and I just popped it out. And I, thank God,
Never
nothing
did it
happened.
again,
Yeah,
I'm
but I was
sure.
just like, and my dad was like, what happened to your ears? And I was like, what do you mean?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, most kids would have made the parents call the fire department. So good on you.
Yeah,
Good
no,
on
nothing
you.
like that. But I do have a fear of like, if I see something where I like, oh, can I stick my foot? I like, my heart starts to race a little bit. I'm like, don't even try it.
Don't even try
So,
it.
like, get it out of there before you get stuck.
This ain't the little itty bitty teeny tiny bowl. This is the Super Bowl LIX. Get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 59. Scoring touchdowns is key to hosting the Vince Lombardi Trophy, and you have a slot to score big by betting on them at DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code MattKing. That is code MATTKING for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 160 hours after issuance. For additional terms of responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. And now, back to the show.
Did you see that like viral video recently that a guy at a wedding was like drunk and try to fit his entire body in a like
was
a
in
massive
Alabama.
Was it in
It
a
was in Mountain
massive
Brook.
Okay, so it was like a massive
Pot.
vase, like a pot, like a huge one that you would see in a corner,
Like going
at,
inside
Almost
of
looks like
it?
an urn.
And yes,
or
like an
Yes.
urn, like a massive urn. He went in it and just his head is in it, and they cannot get him out of it. And he's like, "It's not
And
funny."
it was like a very expensive vase too. I think.
And then they had the only way they could get him out was like getting a massive hammer and
breaking
basically
it?
breaking this. It was probably like $1,000 vase at least.
Those videos
I feel like it was
are-
even more expensive than that. Like,
Or like when someone zips themselves into a suitcase and then they just can't get out, like just putting yourself into situations like
yeah.
that.
So I don't think any of that's happened to me because I don't really think that I put myself in those type of situations.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't really have those intrusive thoughts.
A little more intelligent than your average being.
If you and me were on a reality show, what reality show do you think we should be on?
To
Or
win?
could be on?
You and me, like
Yes. you-
together.
I guess, sure.
Like to win?
Okay,
or-
fine. You can answer it in two ways. One, as an individual, what reality show would you like to be on?
Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 2, though, I don't really know any reality shows. Like, I don't watch reality TV. People will ask me, did you watch Love Island? Did you watch Traders? Did you watch Real Housewives?
Right.
Did
Love
you
is
watch this?"
Blind, yeah.
I don't watch reality shows
So I
that
don't really,
much
but
either.
I also like, don't know anything really about them.
I think we'd be pretty good on Amazing Race.
Farmer Wants a Wife?
See, I don't even know what Amazing Race, like, is that like,
Oh, you've never seen The Amazing
No.
Race? Oh, it's I think one of the best shows. Like you travel around the world as a couple or as a team. You can also do.
I
it
did
with,
just
like,
apply for Special Forces, though.
come
What is
again.
that?
You
Like
didn't
the
even-
Navy, the military?
Wait, the show that like Nick Vial was
No,
on.
that was a joke.
Oh, okay. She gets on the show and I have no clue about it.
That was just a
Okay.
joke.
What about like a game show that you guys could win together? Family Feud?
Yeah, I think we could do Family Feud together.
You guys
Yeah,
sound pretty good.
We would need 2 other people though, right? On Family Feud because it's usually a team of 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do Family Feud, absolutely.
Matt would be yelling at me all the entire time if I wouldn't get anything right.
Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah.
Have you watched Traders at all?
I don't even know what it's about.
I watched it. I watched it actually with Connor because Connor had his ACL surgery, and it was the Australian version. The American version, they just cast like former or reality stars and like celebrities, like B-list and C-list celebrities. But in Australia and I think the UK, they just cast normal people. But it's like the game Mafia. So it's a whole bunch of people, at least like 24 people. 8 people are the traitors, like, and they have to kill off people, and the traitors know who the traitors are.
Like Among Us or something?
Yes, just like that.
Okay.
And so the whole name of the game is trying to guess who's who, forming alliances, and plotting people against one another. I actually feel like I could do pretty good on that.
Yeah, I feel like you would be really good at manipulating people too. Like,
Oh, yeah?
no, I do think so. Like,
Getting
I feel
everyone to like him and then being able to use that to his advantage.
like I feel like, you know, like you said, I'm no longer a newlywed. Like, we've been married, we're settled in now.
Yeah.
The more things like Matt will do, I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be what our kids like.
Like
I'm old-
what?
Just like, I don't know. I'm like, just
Like overreacting to questions like that. Like
what?
what?
That I'm
Yeah.
just like high strung?
yeah,
Yeah?
or just like it's things that like you're always like very like scared about being late to something, and you're making me leave like 30 minutes early, and then being around your mom is that way as well.
Yeah, that's how I was raised.
What?
But like
Just
y'all
being
get so
prompt
anxious
and
about
on
like,
time.
but I'm like, wait, but we don't have to leave for another 30 minutes.
Oh, I do notice that.
But I'm like,
I am
That's always a little bit
always
of,
on time.
Patricia,
But-
are you ready? I'm putting on my...
I think my biggest thing is I also don't like letting
Other people.
even though, no, Ubers especially.
Yeah.
People, it's someone's job.
well, a lot of times
and
I'll do an Uber
gr-
Black and it gives you 10 minutes. So
right,
I'm paying for that
even
10
though there
minutes
is
too.
that 10 minutes, but that is 10 minutes of that driver's
that
time.
they're getting paid for.
Right, but they also
I
could
don't
get
think-
another ride after us
Within that
as
10-minute
well.
frame, though, I don't think that's like
Well,
the
do you
make or
tip
break.
your drivers well?
Yeah, of course.
Me too. I always tip people well.
A lot of
Yeah.
people
So,
don't
like-
tip on those apps also.
They don't tip their drivers on
A
it?
lot of people don't. I don't think it's like I mean, maybe I think now it's become more standardized, but like when it first came out, I don't think anybody was tipping on those apps.
Why is it, I feel like for food delivery, you usually tip like before the food even gets there, right?
Insane.
But
Absolutely
we don't
insane.
tip like drivers before we get in the car.
Yeah, it's a little insane.
Yeah.
I think it's like there's a concept of just like when do you pay for food? Like at a restaurant, you don't pay for food till after you've eaten it all.
Are
and
you
then
like,
you're
ensuring that they're not gonna like eat your food or spit on it or something?
I don't.
By
Yeah,
tipping them?
it's so. Also, when they turn that thing around, like just how pervasive is that going to get? You wake up from surgery, the guy turns it around, like, hey, he just
Yeah.
gonna ask you a question or.
For New York cabs though, it's always 20%, right?
It depends on how long the ride is and like how quickly it was and
Yeah.
but yeah, 15-20%, yes.
And that like back then before like the screens and stuff were in it, it was still always 20%
Yeah.
too of it.
Honestly,
right?
if you're in New York, taxis are way better than Ubers. They're faster, they're more readily available, and they're way fucking cheaper.
You
and
might
there's-
have to take a Zofran if you take one from the airport, but they are better.
Oh, Zofran, by the way. I meant to ask you about that.
Zofran is a miracle drug. It is anti-nausea, anti-feeling bad.
I like that she's talking directly into the
I
lens.
am. I'm doing an
Selling
ad
it.
for
This is
Zofran.
QVC.
It's like Magnolia at
This
the beginning
is
with Tom
Zofran.
Cruise.
I order it on Wisp because I was too nervous to ask my doctor for a prescription of it, but most doctors will give you a prescription of it.
How many do you get in the prescription?
Do you need some?
I mean, I will get some. It was a miracle when you
I
gave
got
it
like
to me.
I think I get like 15.
Oh, I mean, is it expensive?
It was like $30.
Okay, so it's not like Advil, but it's worth it. You gave
It's
it to me.
better than Advil.
There was some day that you gave it to me and I didn't take it the next day, but then like a couple weekends later, I
New
just
Year's
like
Eve
was
is when you took it. New Year's Day is when you took it.
yes, yeah. New Year. Oh man, New Year's was
A rough one.
yeah. But I took it the next day and I could not believe how well it worked.
So I had no idea about Zofran until my bachelorette, and for some reason they planned a Saturday morning workout, and I was waking up feeling a little nauseous.
Yeah.
And I was gifted a Zofran.
and that's how you
And it
got
changed you.
initiated.
I literally was like,
I couldn't believe it. Remember that one morning when we were in New York, right after your friend Drew's birthday?
Yes.
And that was a birthday where it was like the pregame was martinis, and then the dinner was wine, and then we're going out and I'm having beer. I had too many different combinations of alcohol in
Yeah.
that night, and those are when the hangovers are the worst.
Yeah.
And we went to Lovely's Burger on the upper...
Loverly's.
I thought it was Lovely's.
Oh, I don't know.
Lovely's Hamburgers, which is I think on the Upper West Side. Fantastic burgers, great
Matt,
spot.
you've been thinking about it for a while.
I've been craving this burger, but I get there and I don't even want to touch the burger.
The next morning, you mean?
I'm crushed. Yeah, the next burger. I'm just devastated because I'm so nauseous. I feel like I'm on the
And
verge
the whole
of
way
puking.
there, I was
and
like,
then,
please let me give you one of these.
and then
Oh,
it's
you were
also
just-
the
he was rejecting
anxiety.
it.
It's the anxiety of also like, I might puke today. And I'm in Manhattan. Where can I even find a reliable
no public
bathroom
bathrooms.
just to be able to relieve myself? And she gave that to me. I could not believe in the next 10, 15 minutes how great I felt. It was a whole new
It
day.
is for like people that have chemo.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's that kind of. That's
It doesn't. Oh, right. I mean, I wouldn't say it is a hangover cure. It will not
No.
cure
And
your
also,
hangover.
I get really nauseous, like in general, like
Yeah.
car sick all the time. Like I always have. Like
You gotta
I
get in
just
one of
is-
those Tesla
Yeah.
Ubers. The
Matt,
worst.
I only allowed him to do it last night because it was only 11 minutes away. But usually, I'm like, I even was car sick
Even
in
if
that
you
11
have
minutes.
not been drinking, they make you nauseous.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to tell them to put their car in chill mode. That helps a little bit. I do that. I'm like, hey, can you just put it in chill mode?
What is chill mode?
When you're in the Tesla, the gas pedal is so sensitive, and that's why it feels like so jerky. But chill mode basically just like makes it a little less sensitive and drive more like a regular car. So there
Oh.
are some Tesla Uber drivers where I look, and it's on the screen. You'll see it. It just says chill at the top, and I'm like, okay, I can deal with it. But if it's not in chill mode, you just tell them hit the car icon, driving dynamics, and then put it in chill mode, and it will make it so much better.
Like I got my hair done on Tuesday, but you were taking Connor to get surgery. But so I had to Uber there, and it's up Laurel Canyon, and both ways I made sure. Well, on the way up, I got really car sick. I literally just had to walk out or look out because if you look at the yellow line, like
Yeah.
straight out in front of you, I guess that helps. I had to do that, but then on the way back, I was like, I had to get. It was like $3 more to get the Uber Comfort because I was like, I can't risk getting a Tesla on the way back because if I got that like car sick in a random car on the way there that also didn't really have AC, I got to get a little bit better on the way down. So yes,
Yeah.
I get nauseous without drinking.
Go ahead.
Have you taken a Waymo at all?
No, but everyone says they're the best things to do, especially after a night out because you can play your own music. Like,
Yeah,
I'm too scared to take one still.
I know.
Did you see that clip that I think it was in San Francisco when it just like darted through an intersection and it was like
went over like the puddle and
yes,
stuff?
that was like closed off. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and there's no like, you can't do anything. You got to call up like customer service and hope that they can help you. There was a video of a guy stuck in.
And he's just going around
In the
and
parking
around in
lot.
a parking lot.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't stop.
I do feel like in an emergency, he probably could have like rolled the window down and like jumped out. Probably would have caused some injuries, but like, it's a little scary to have just no ability to control the situation.
Yeah.
They
That's
are
like
getting better.
Getting your foot stuck. That sounds
Yeah,
gross. I would
exactly.
be-
Yes.
I know. I'm just trying to find the right occasion where I'm like, okay, this is a good
you-
moment to order a Waymo.
Do you have the app on your phone ready to go?
No, I don't.
Is there still a wait list?
I don't know. I haven't even downloaded it, but
Me either.
I do like that they have like so many fucking sensors on them. It makes me feel safer that it's like every.
The funniest is people are like, oh my God, it's so cheap. I'm like, well, no shit, it's cheap because you're probably like, it's like not safe. Like,
Yeah.
there's nobody driving. Like, of course, I would hope it's cheaper.
The
Like,
reason I was thinking about Zofran, and I have not apologized to you or Kevin about this, but I was supposed to come to the DNA reveal party for the dog.
You didn't.
I know. The night before, went to this like Jewish event, had a little too much, had some Manischewitz, a lot of red wine, low quality kosher red wine. And I got dressed and I was like about to go out the door. I was like ready to go. I told Ben Con, I was like, all right, I'm leaving in 5. And then right as I was about to go, I was like,
the sweats.
yeah, I got the spins and I was like, I had to run to the bathroom and I just gave up. And I felt so
Hey,
bad.
don't worry, I'll give you a few.
Well, no, I'm gonna get some myself. I just didn't. I looked it up that day. I was like, I need to get a Zofran before this party, and it was like I couldn't even read my phone, and I was just like bleary-eyed. So I will.
Wisp is great though.
Okay,
That's where I get it
good
from.
to know.
Like-
Yeah, thank you for introducing me to them. I'm gonna have them on deck so I
Yes.
don't miss. But that looked like a fun day. Was it a great experience?
It was a great experience. It was quite fun trying to guess the DNA of my brother's dog, which everybody got wrong
Oh,
Except
really?
for your mom.
except for my own mother.
What did she guess? What was the answer?
Most common breed in my dog's mutt rescue dog is mini poodle,
Oh,
collie.
Boston Terrier, I think. Or
I don't even think there was no terrier.
No
it was
lab
mini poodle and collie and some other dog that
was
I don't know. But my mom got it right. I think because my mom grew up with poodles and she could just like tell it had like a poodle vibe, even though
I love the whole invite, the like
was
betting
cute.
part of it. Yeah, just doing like not a gender reveal, but a DNA reveal. I loved it all. I
I
really
want to do
felt bad that I couldn't go.
23andMe.
You do?
Yes.
You do it.
I don't know about that.
I bought my mom 23andMe, and I felt like I learned a lot from it. I think my dad has done it as well. So like I feel like it's just a combination of both.
Is it worth the risk though if you find out that you're like, dad has a whole other family or something? Or
That
like
happens.
I know it happens so much. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be fun to see. Yeah. Drama.
Yeah.
It's been a little calm lately in the family. It needs some more.
Yeah, that happened to a close friend of mine. I don't want to say who it is, but
Yeah, please
he
don't.
did it and found out that his uncle was like a longshoreman and traveled around a lot to different ports and stuff, and was with different women. Had a kid with a woman, and she never knew who her father was, but found out that like she had this distant cousin, which was my friend, and wanted to meet up with him, and he said no.
We'll be right back after a quick word from today's sponsor, Diet Smoke.
Hey listeners, if you're looking to relax, unwind, or just vibe out, you need to check out Diet Smoke. They've perfected the art of balanced cannabis gummies made with all natural ingredients for the perfect experience every time.
Whether you're easing into a chill night, sharpening your focus, or need help drifting off to sleep, Diet Smoke has a gummy for every vibe. And here's the kicker, they taste amazing and kick in fast, so you're never left waiting.
Right now, Diet Smoke is offering an exclusive deal for you, our listeners. Head over to dietsmoke.com and use code HOOT for 20% off your first order. That is 20% off the best tasting cannabis gummies delivered right to your door. But hurry, this deal will not last forever. Go to dietsmoke.com and use code HOOT to unlock your perfect vibe today.
And now, back to the episode. Whoa.
Would you, if someone reached out to you and was like, I never knew anybody related to me, would you, can we
Well,
get
I would
coffee?
ask who is the person, like, don't they give you what the family tree is? So
Let's say,
I'd have to like ask my dad or my uncle, be like, hey, are you?
say it was your uncle who, but if your uncle is no longer
Oh,
with
they were no
you,
longer around. Oh, yeah, then I would.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If it's like somebody who's not around and it's like someone reaching out.
The person's
and
not like a crazy person. I would need to check.
well, you
like,
go meet him at a public place, a Taco Bell, a Starbucks. You go and
Yeah.
I mean, worst comes to worst, you get a little tortilla for yourself.
And what if
as a
they're
treat.
like, can I come to Hanukkah this year?
Well, no.
You'd be like, whoa.
Yeah. Hey,
Easy,
boundaries.
but we're family. We're blood.
Hey, boundaries, very important. I came up with one question that I thought might be funny.
Okay, let's hear it.
If Patricia went missing, what is the most difficult thing you would have to explain to the police?
In terms of describing her?
Like, no, when they go through your house or when they ask about her whereabouts, like, is there something that would make the police be like, well, explain this? Like, is there anything that you would be scared or nervous about or make you look guilty in Patricia's disappearance? Like, what's the most ridiculous thing you'd have to explain to them? Oh, that text message where I threatened to kill her,
I
that
guess
was
I
a
would
joke.
think mostly about like text and videos and stuff that we've had. Like
Like if they open up your
yeah, like why
text
is
chat?
she telling you? Like, is she mad at you that you didn't pull the garbage bins in and stuff? Is she in the garbage
I'm doing
bins?
that every Thursday, except for he was like, "Well, I did it the week you were gone." I said,
But yeah, the both days
"Yes,
you were
of
gone,
course,
I did.
yeah, great." But every other week, I've been doing them.
I know. Usually, babe, if I park in front of the house and I see them there,
I just don't like
I'll
when people
see
put
it.
their dog poop in
We-
our garbage bins. That's why I'm like, please, if the first person that's out on Thursday morning, please pull them in.
Oh,
and I don't think our
yeah.
neighbors know that we're supposed to pull them in.
Right.
But-
I
and
think
I'm
we
not
need to
gonna tell
explain
them.
our neighbors that it's like a shared responsibility. But if I
Nah,
pull up
it's fine,
and
I
I
don't really
see them
care.
there, I move them back. But because the parking was so bad today, I had to park like 2 blocks away. And I was not focused. I was not
Excuses.
focused
Your
on
Honor,
bringing
Exhibit
them.
A for the disappearance. I'm kidding.
That's such a great question that I would have a hard time explaining to the police about my wife.
Yeah. I would ask you the same thing, Patricia. If Matt
Probably like
disappeared,
text or something.
they would, if they pulled open the text messages, like, and this, you said, I will fucking kill you. And like, I mean, I don't think you guys talk like that, but is
Nah.
there, or just
Patricia
like,
will curse at me more
Sometimes
than I
I'll
curse at
randomly say
her.
funny things to Tristan and Channing.
like in a,
Derogatory way towards my husband, yes.
See, I think for her, she would have a lot more
a
explaining,
lot more
to,
explaining
do
to do?
than I think
Well,
myself.
I would be like, well, yeah, if I wanted to do it, I would have done it already, and I didn't do it.
Okay, but if I was missing and you had to give like a physical description like of me, what is the one thing that you would be like, oh, this you can identify like his body
Well,
with
too
this?
bad you got your ears pen packed.
Oh, right.
Whoa,
So you-
whoa.
Okay, so you would go for my ears. I know for you,
Yeah.
you have a scar on your left shoulder.
Then yeah, you have a scar from your skin cancer.
Oh, perfect. Where is it? On my left or my right?
Couldn't tell you.
You couldn't tell me.
Oh, yes, you do.
Where
I
I
think
had
I know.
skin
Is it this
cancer?
side? Is it your right side?
Yeah, it is.
This side, right? Yeah.
Okay, good.
It is.
I was really scared I was gonna be wrong.
No. It's okay. But I always know where your scar is. That I always think like that would be like your
So
defining
she has a worm
thing.
on her shoulder.
A worm? What did you say?
Yeah, I have a keloid scar on my left
Oh,
shoulder.
yeah, that
And it
little-
used to look like more like a worm. But
Really?
it's really like,
I think
yeah.
it looks like the eye of Mordor.
But it's really like,
How did you get that? Was that
I got cut by a staple in our couch, like in our basement. It
Oh.
was like the one, like the outside of the couch was like open. So it was a very like industrial staple, I guess. And I slid on the side of it.
Oh.
And yeah, I
So
bled
that was
a lot.
like a serious injury.
Yeah, I showed my dad. He's like, "You're fine." And my mom comes home a few days later and was like,
You didn't go to the hospital or anything? They didn't
"No."
sew it up?
But I've gotten it removed twice in high school, but I was still growing because I grew like 2 inches in college randomly, and so it never could heal correctly, and because I'm still growing, so it couldn't heal correctly because you're
I feel like I'm getting what do they call the
Keloid?
keloid? I think I'm like getting one.
Wait, what does
Don't
that
they
mean?
it's
just,
like a
like, grow
fatty,
into
like,
it?
it's very muscly, so like it's like right here
Like
or
a chewy
something.
piece of steak?
It's like a scar that gets bigger.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of a hump.
A lot of
little
people will be
shiny.
like, "Oh, did you get rotator's cuff surgery?" And I'm like,
Oh.
just got cut by a staple on my couch."
Yeah, I don't mind a scar. I feel like people sometimes get really self-conscious about them, but it's like nobody's walking out of this earth.
I would have been really weird.
Perfect.
I would have been really sad and felt not like myself if when I did get it removed, like I'm so happy it came back. 'Cause I
Oh,
feel like it
really?
is such a like part of
Yeah.
Me?
I think
Yeah.
so.
like.
I think it's cute.
Yeah. Let me see if there's another, that one that I thought was funny. If you guys had to go to witness protection, who would fuck it up first?
Patricia would.
Meaning when you go to witness protection, well, I'll just explain. Basically, like you two see a mafia crime, and then you have to testify. And in order to testify to what you saw, now you're in danger from the mafia. So they will move you to like the middle of nowhere and give you a new name, hook you up with a job and a house, and then you live in some suburb of Kansas for the rest of your life, and now you're Mr. and Mrs. like Johnson.
Now,
which one of you would be like at the local bar one night or at a PTA meeting or something where you're like, we're from Los Angeles, like we commit, you know.
You're talking about an immediate spill?
Not
like,
an immediate, but over
but
time, who's
they-
going to crack first?
Patricia would. Because I think so. I think you would. Because I
You
think
can't keep a secret though.
what are you talking about? I can't keep a secret.
No, you are a loudmouth. You
I could, if
cannot
my
keep a secret.
life depended on it, I could keep a secret.
But it's not
To
really
keep
your
my
life
family,
depending
but
on
I have
it.
to keep my family safe, Mike.
Yeah.
I could keep that secret, but
See,
my
I would
thing,
just befriend
you would
the
get in
mafia
trouble.
and be like, "I'm so sorry I had to throw you under the bus."
They're
But
gonna
please.
kill
When
you.
you
What
go,
do you
wait, but
mean?
when you go to witness protection, do you get to have communication with any of your family,
No.
like ever again?
No.
Oh, me,
right?
100%.
No.
No.
She would get in trouble by like still finding a way to contact her family.
Yeah, no, you
and
can't see
keep
your
in
parents,
touch.
you can't see your siblings, you can't see anybody.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I wouldn't want to live without seeing my family. So, even though Matt is my family now, but my family too.
Sure, yeah, it's tough. Or you go to the mafia and say, look, sorry about the mix-up.
Where do they send?
Tell me
people?
what to do.
Yeah.
Where do they send people who are in witness
Middle
protection? Is there
America?
even
Middle
like that's usually where they go?
I believe so. It'll be like Kansas, Kentucky, Nebraska, places that are really tough to find people. And the place that the mafia just is not going to operate, or not the mafia, but organized crime, whatever.
If you kind of caught the vibe that your neighbor was in the witness protection and you're good friends, you guys have beers on your porch, like your kids are friends, but you knew, would you ever ask, or would you just
I think that they get coached pretty well to never reveal it, but I do feel like if I started to turn the screws on them and felt that they were nervous, and then they like suddenly were just moved out, because that is what happens if they feel the walls closing in, they'll just relocate and they'll move to a whole new place, and then I'll be like, all right, I was right. But I don't think they would ever admit it.
how many
Yeah.
people do you think in the United States are in active witness protection?
It's a huge number.
Can your witness protection ever like expire, or you reach the end and actually you can go back to normal life?
I think,
because
like,
the
if-
people that were out to kill you, like their power and maybe the momentum of them getting to you has died off.
It's possible that like the person who committed the crime maybe, yes, has passed away in jail or whatever.
Do you still have to pay taxes?
Yeah, I think so. There are more than 19,000 witnesses
Jeez.
in witness protection since 1971.
I want to know what they witnessed.
Yeah, well, it's yeah. So it says the program provides security, health, and safety for witnesses and their families, relocates them, gives them new identities, and gives them funding for expenses, medical care, job training.
Does it
and
truly
more.
have to be that you witness something or you like know something too?
I mean, it depends on the scale of it. Also, it's like for people who flip into, like, if you become like a snitch and you are in one of the bad guys, like you're in the group with them, but you're giving the police information, they use that information to then charge them with the crime. I'm watching a lot of Sopranos, so that's why I'm like,
okay,
knowing all this.
but witness protection, do you have to request, I want to be in witness protection, or the government says you have to be in witness protection?
I think they make you do it.
Because someone's going to kill you. Could
Right.
you say, no, I don't want to?
Yeah, I think
and they
you
go,
can.
sure, then you might die.
Yes, but I think it's like highly encouraged because
But what a crazy job that is for someone to like have to convince people to go into witness protection.
yeah, but it's like, so let's say like the three of us, right? The three of us I brought you guys into like a big credit card scam where I'm just like, hi guys, just trust me. Like you're going to set up a store. I'm going to give you these like credit card scanners. Just open up your store and just use my scanner and then give me the scanner every week. And then I'm stealing people's credit cards. This happened in The Sopranos. And then Patricia gets pulled over by like an FBI agent and goes, we know that you're working with Mike on this credit card scam. And Mike is very well connected and he will kill you if you flip on us. So you're just going to go undercover, get information from Mike about what's happening. And then when we go to trial, you're going to go to witness protection. That's like what it would be. So you'd be like feeding them information for months and months and months about what my crimes are. And then after I find out, holy shit, Matt and Patricia ratted me out, then you guys would be like fucking gone. Hawaii,
Okay.
Do we
Alaska.
get taken care of? They buy my house? Do I get money?
So. Yeah.
I feel like I would get so depressed over those months of like leaking information, knowing that my whole life is about to end and be uprooted to an entirely new place.
Yeah.
Being an informant is crazy. That's a lot of, I don't think, I mean, but then it's like, what are you going to do? Either they arrest you for being a part of the crime or you got to flip. Anyway, watch The Sopranos if you haven't. It's a great show.
Yeah, would you rather go to jail for a few years or like?
That's the whole point in the mafia.
I would.
They're like,
I'd
I'd rather go to jail
for
for a year than go into witness protection for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
A good jail too. A
I don't think
really,
you get to pick the jail.
like I want like a white collar jail.
Are those actually a thing?
Yeah.
Where like people are playing tennis and getting massages?
Isn't there like the tennis court in New York? There's like a view from like an apartment. I feel like I've seen.
and you could see the tennis courts?
Maybe it's not a tennis court. Maybe it's just like
Oh,
a
there it
basketball
will
gym.
like people who are playing tennis and they can see a prison.
No, people are in their apartment and they see like a prison that's like the roof of the prison.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's tennis or it's basketball. I don't really know.
There's a spot in Dallas where when you're driving on the highway and if you look like at a certain angle, you can see like all the people in prison out in the courtyard hanging out.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, last one.
Okay.
Which one of you would do a better job of getting away with faking your own death?
I would say me. But
You think really highly of yourself.
no, like wait, faking my own death.
Right, like
Yeah, I feel like you'd get away with it. I
Like if
couldn't do
Patricia
it.
had to fake her own death,
I'm more
do you think you would-
detail oriented. That's
And
what
I'm not. There would be signs that it was fake for me.
How so? What would you do?
Like, so Matt will always say like, okay, if you murdered somebody, they would know it's you because you sometimes I
Oh.
will leave things around a lot. Like
I said the detectives
I'm
would
very
have.
ADD, and so like I'll do something and I'll leave it there, and then I'll open something and I'll leave it open. Like it just is.
You would leave the clues.
Patricia-
I am
a
like very
detective-
clean, but I just forget to put things back sometimes.
A detective could come into our place and be like, well, it looks like she started making a sandwich here and then applied self-tanner and then decided to clean the floors
Right,
and
and
then
then
get back to the sandwich.
and left the page open with the notes about what she's going to do.
Yes,
Yes.
it tells a story
Okay.
with the way she leaves things behind.
Okay.
I feel like I could fake my death, but detail it a little bit better or cover my tracks a little bit better.
Yeah, you definitely could.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you think you could do it?
100%.
Yeah.
I feel like I could easily just disappear. Just pull out a bunch of cash. Don't tell anybody. Leave my phone.
Where would you go?
Probably like South America, Mexico City. Maybe
I wouldn't even like
Somewhere
I
in
wouldn't
Europe.
even leave
I'm
the
wanting to go to
country.
Mexico City so badly.
the problem though, I mean, again, not that we are like uber famous, but like I will get recognized by like people who have seen me in like, you know, David's videos or other videos. And like, it would be tough to be like in Ireland, I got recognized. In Tel Aviv, I got recognized. In Greece, I got recognized. So like, and again, by no means are we, you know, A-list celebrities or anything, but I feel like that would be a big concern where it's like, wait, aren't you from like Hoot and a Half? Like,
yeah,
what are you doing in
you
My
would
Little-
get spotted.
Maybe.
Okay, I have always had this question,
And you're, like,
this
so
is a
tall
good
and
question
you
for
stand
you.
out, too.
So let's just say you're at home, you turn off all your phone, everything,
Yeah.
and you just lock yourself in your bathroom, and you decide that you're just going to do nothing and just stay in there. How long and who do you think would be the first person to like break down your door and be like, "Where is Mike?" and find you? Do you like in your entire life?
It would probably be Jared who notices because he wouldn't hear from me for like 2 full days.
Yes.
Probably hit you up.
And then I would be like, I haven't heard from him.
Right. And then you would need to come to my house with the police and break in. It's probably who it would be. It would be
So you-
Jared.
I'm involved. Yeah.
You,
I'm like smiling because I'm like involved in
Well,
it.
like
But
you're saying this, so my cousins were
You would be, yes.
on a plane back over Thanksgiving. Don't say where they're coming from, or because I don't want to say that. But they were on a plane from somewhere, to Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
and my uncle sat next to Harry Styles, but he knew it was Harry. Well, first off, because he was sitting next to him.
Yeah.
But no one on the plane. They were at the same place as him before they got to this.
The second place, yeah.
The second place, and so they knew it was Harry, and my uncle ended up sitting next to him. No one on the plane knew that Harry Styles was on that plane because he was wearing a hat and his headphones.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder how many times I was on the plane with Harry Styles.
yeah,
Or like,
some celebs know how to really downplay themselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or I was in Erewhon and like Parker Posey just like walked in. Obviously, she's
Oh.
not like Brad Pitt like
But
level.
sure, yeah.
But I'm always kind of like on the alert and catching people,
Yeah.
celebs, but nobody usually could like catch someone like that. Like, I don't know, they got the glasses, they have the hat. They're not like aggressively hiding, but they're just
like concealing who they are, and I feel
yes. And they're always like
like the fact that it was like
moving.
a flight, it was a big plane to Atlanta on Delta. Like you would think someone would like.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even when I get on planes, I'm always just kind of looking, but I'm not really looking. So it is.
They do
I don't
think
know.
that sunglasses in the hat is like a full-blown disguise. But if you're that, like I had one time in Tribeca, I ate breakfast next to Leonardo DiCaprio. And he was like
Hat, mask?
barely trying. No, it wasn't. It was pre-mask, but he was wearing like a hat that was like up to here and then big sunglasses. But it was just like so obvious that this is
Right.
fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. He was also dressed in a full sweatsuit, tracksuit, like from The Departed. And he's also one of the most famous people in America. So I'm just like, do you think you're fooling anybody
Right.
like with dressing like, or is
You're
he just like
calling your
doesn't
na-
give a
You're
fuck?
literally calling or like people are noticing you more.
Yes.
This way.
'Cause you're
But I
dressed
think
like
because Harry
you're-
was literally just wearing a purple hat, and his like
Yeah.
Air Max headphones, and like looking down at his book.
I think the hood
yeah.
is helpful because then it's like you don't get the side profile, and also dressing like not as cool as maybe you normally would. Like dress a little schlubby,
Right.
big headphones. Dude, COVID with the mask. That probably made so many celebrities be like, "Oh my god, I can go to fucking
Anywhere.
I can go to anywhere and just not."
But I still
Yeah.
think we could recognize Leonardo DiCaprio.
with a mask.
With the mask, I recognized Adam Scott right outside your apartment at that CVS.
Really?
Yeah, Adam Scott. I heard his voice.
Oh,
and I
okay,
could
the
see
voice.
his eyes. He was ordering like 2 packs of cigs.
Oh,
American
him.
Spirits. And I was just waiting right behind him, and I was like, boom. That's
Here's what
Adam
I'll say
Scott.
about the mask, though. I've told this story once on Good Influences, but I was wearing a mask at my local CVS, and the guy was convinced that I was Jack Antonoff. He was like, "Oh, dude, I'm a big fan." I was like, "Oh, you watched the show?" He's like, "Huh?" And I was like, "Oh, sorry, who do you think I am?" He's like, "Oh, you're Jack Antonoff." And I was like, "I'm really not." And he goes, "Listen, bud, come on. No one's here. It's cool."
Sure,
And I
sure.
pulled my mask down, and I was like, "Dude, it's not me." He's like, "Okay, man, I don't know why you're being like this, but like, I love the music. Like, congrats on the Grammy." I was like,
Oh.
yeah, it was just so like the mask thing, if it probably does work, but yeah, I don't know.
So all I'm saying is, I feel like if Harry Styles can conceal himself, I feel like you could do
Right.
that as well.
That's very, but like he's doing it specifically on an airplane for this flight. If I moved to, Bogota or something, and there's some spring break group of college kids who are
Yeah.
like in town.
That's Mike Sheffer. I thought he was dead.
Yes, exactly. is that Mike Sheffer? I'd probably like grow my beard super long, maybe just grow my hair really long, and then just always wear
I
sunglasses.
feel like I would have to do dark hair and eye contacts.
Oh, dark hair. Yeah, changed. Or maybe I go blonde, but then you stick out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is also like when we were flying, I think you were on the flight too, and we were flying to Italy, and I went missing on the flight.
Yes, you
you
did.
remember that?
Oh, yeah, because you moved seats?
Yeah.
And
I had a seat up in the front, and I had like a premium economy seat, but it was just me. And there
oh,
was a guy
yeah, I
next
felt
to
like
me.
Jodie Foster in Flight Plan. I was just
trying to
looking.
I was trying to nap, and it was like the overnight flight to Italy. I think it was for Jared's wedding, and I like couldn't sleep, but the back of the plane was just empty.
Oh,
so
I
just
kind of remember this now. Yeah,
I
yeah.
popped up and I got like a full row to myself, and
Nice.
I went to bed. And Matt
That was
looking at
terrible
me.
when we had to wear the masks on the plane.
Oh yes, where they wouldn't except for eating.
Especially the entire, like that long one. The other ones
Yes.
was fine. But that long of a flight.
Oh yeah, it was
I
brutal.
remember I would like put my head down and bring my mask down.
Yeah, but
So
I
was
woke
like,
up
"Can't
to
breathe."
Matt being over me like, "Where have you been?" And I was like, "What? What?"
Yeah, I mean, I would do laps over and over.
Did you ask flight attendants, like, have you seen this person? Like,
No.
holding up a picture. My daughter was on the plane.
I didn't, though I debated on it, but I just didn't want to cause like
Panic,
panic,
yeah.
and make them like frantic. I also just, it was something to do.
That's a great movie. Red Eye, it's called.
Flight Plan. Red
Red
Eye,
Eyes with
Rachel
Murphy.
McAdams and Cillian Murphy.
We
It's
just
a
watched
Wes,
that. I
it's
like
a
that.
Wes Craven movie.
What's that about? Oh, he's just like a bad guy.
She is the daughter of somebody really, really wealthy, and she's taking the red eye, and he's like a bad guy who wants to almost like hold her hostage and get, and he's also holding the dad hostage.
Right.
And it's basically saying like, you need
And
to
there's
wire
somebody
money
else
to
there.
me. Yeah.
like there's another person that maybe her dad's involved with. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
But then
really good.
Flight Plan is Jodie Foster loses her
I haven't
daughter
seen
on
that
the
one.
plane.
Oh yeah, Jodie Foster and one of not Skarsgård. Well, not one of the Skarsgård brother, but the other Skarsgård that's married to Maggie
Bill?
Gyllenhaal.
Peter? I don't know. They're all the same.
Yeah, that movie's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Are y'all like extra tired with this rain?
Yes.
It's just crazy because we are so used and lucky to like have
I
good
know.
weather every day that when it does rain, I'm like,
I just think about these people whose houses burned down. Like,
and then it just rains.
it was a week. They missed it by like a week and a half, the rain.
I know.
And I mean, January is supposed to be the wettest month of the year in Los Angeles, which is why they do all their like training and fixing the stuff. So I do feel bad about that. I do like that it's probably cleaning the air and obviously refilling all the reservoirs that we just depleted. But
it does stink though because of all the debris. There's mudslides now, so all the rain is pushing all that stuff down.
yeah, I know.
Just-
But I do like that it's getting lighter. Daylight savings.
Oh yes,
Always
yes.
your
March
birthday.
9th. March
yeah.
9th is this year.
That's like,
yeah.
I always associate your birthday, daylight saving times, and South by Southwest is like the summer
Yes,
is starting.
it's
And
here.
Will this be though the last daylight savings we're
No,
gonna have?
I don't
they
think
say it
that's
every year. Oh, we're not changing.
I
it.
don't know. This is the year I feel like it's gonna happen.
Well, I hope that.
But do you think you would appreciate? See, I think I would appreciate long days every day, or do you think you
100%.
appreciate them more because you only get them a few times? I think I would still appreciate it.
No,
and I think my body just like is just better.
It should be in the wintertime. The sun goes down as late as possible.
Yes.
But I hear the argument where like if you go to school and you're a kid or you go to work and that means it's not going to get light till like 8:15 and you're
I
going
still think it's dark in the mornings here
That's
during
what I'm
daylight
saying.
savings.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like not even that light in the morning.
let me get the extra hour after
I feel
work.
like it gets lighter in the morning with when it's longer days.
100%.
So like
Yeah. That is the best. Now we've officially passed the 10 darkest weeks of the year. So now it's really we're
every day,
just-
like today, I think the sun's setting at like 5:27 or
5:29,
Nice.
Patricia.
Yeah.
I have it on my phone, on my home screen, the
Oh, I
sunset
should do
time
that.
every day.
Yeah.
It's usually like 2 minutes every day.
I think it was 5:23 a few days ago. So that
yeah.
makes sense.
And
yeah.
so just like looking out my window, normal, what?
No,
How
it
many
makes me so happy.
weather
too.
apps I have on my phone?
What? When's the next full moon? What moon are we at?
That I don't have on I'm a waning gibbous, I want to say. I don't know.
A waxing or waning?
I love those names. Waxing gibbous, waning gibbous. Let's see what we got here. Moon phase. We have a waxing gibbous moon right now.
Oh,
You know what that
I
means?
doubt we'll see it tonight because of all
No.
the rain. It's gonna be too many clouds.
But I'm loving the rain. Patricia, thanks for coming back on the
Of
show.
course.
I
I'm
love you,
sorry.
sweetheart.
I love y'all.
Well,
I love you, but I love both of you.
Love you too,
I
Patricia.
love you. I love y'all.
Is there
Okay.
anything you would like to plug for the people?
You can look at my Instagram.
And you
my
can follow it
TikTok.
while you're at it.
TikTok,
Just know I'm going to
Instagram.
be posting a lot. Patricia E. Flack.
Comment on all of her stuff.
Please, begging of you.
And just support anytime you see Matt or
Yeah.
Patricia or anybody posting stuff, likes, comments, shares, it all helps.
Truly. Thank you guys very much for listening. If you like this episode, please leave a comment, leave a like, leave a review, all of it. And watch all of our other episodes as well. Oh, what else am I forgetting? I think that's it. Love you guys. Toodles.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.